Hi class, my name is Andrea White and I'm going to be your instructor for the next 10 weeks for EDU 543 Learning Theories and Instruction. I'm excited to be here. I've taught this course several times and I just love talking about learning theories and how to use them in the classroom. I've been here with SNU for about 5 years, almost 5 years, and I really enjoyed it. Before SNU, I taught grades K through 3 for about 7 years, and then I switched into higher education. I also stayed really involved in my kids' schools and their teachers. Most of them I have taught with before, so it's kind of fun now with my kids having them as teachers. So I'm kind of that parent that goes into the classroom all the time and helps out with all the parties, and I help out with reading groups too. So real quick, I just want to show you a picture of my family. It's actually the same picture that's in my announcement. So I guess, oops, I could not have said that. Oh, sorry, a lot of tabs open here. So here's my family. I've got, Parker's kind of covered up. I've got Parker, he's 8. Hunter is 6, Cooper's 4, and there's my husband, Pete. This picture is from last year, so it's kind of a little old. I need to get a new one, but that was our last professional family picture. So my husband's also an educator. He teaches 7th and 8th grade art, 6th grade too. Our middle school combined a few years ago, so now it's 6 through 8. So I want to make this really quick video for you. I'll try to make it quick, just to kind of give you a little bit navigation since we're on Brightspace now. This will be my second, I have another course this term too. So second and third courses teaching in Brightspace. I just finished the first course in Brightspace and I really like it. I like the flow of it. I feel like there's not as much clicking as there is in Blackboard. So if this is your first course in Brightspace, I encourage you to keep watching. If not, you can stop the video if you'd like. But I'm just going to kind of walk you through just a couple, kind of some tips. The notification tips is huge. I'll probably start with that here first in a second. So right when you log in, you're going to see, let me make sure I'm in student mode. Let me switch to student mode. So it's the same thing you'll see. So when you first log in, you'll always see the most recent announcements. The top 3 will show up here. Right away. And as you can see, I've actually released, I believe, 5 total announcements. We have my welcome announcement and my profile. So make sure to check that out. That talks kind of about what we're learning here in the course with the learning theories and applying them. It talks briefly about the critical task and just some key things that you'll need to know. And then we have the critical task announcement, and so make sure to read up that. So basically what you're going to be doing for your final project is you get to choose 3 theories. You'll get to compare and contrast them. You'll describe scenarios in a classroom, and then eventually you'll make a triple Venn diagram. And throughout the course, I'll make some videos too to help you with these assignments as well. And then we have module 1. Now you'll want to make sure to click on go to course menu and click on announcements. I've also released a late policy announcement and a writing announcement with a bunch of resources to help you with writing throughout the term with your paper. So always make sure to click on announcements if you want to see all of them, but the 3 most recent will always show up. Real quick until we dig into the learning modules, tools, the calendar is super helpful. You can either access the calendar by clicking on here, or you can access the calendar through course schedule, which is in learning modules. Now, the really cool thing, I don't think they're all showing up now, but if you are taking more than one class, you, on your view, it's because I'm viewing as a student, so it's just showing up this class, but in your view, it'll color code the different courses, which is really nice. It's really helpful for me when I'm teaching more than one course. It'll help color code that. So that's really helpful. The other really big thing is the notifications piece. If you're like me, I am a real visual person, and we'll talk about that with our learning styles throughout the course. And I need either reminders or I need to see something to remember it. So I like the notifications piece. So what you can do is you can go up here, go to notifications, under your name. And then once that show up, it's really neat. You can either set your email, you can register your cell phone number, which is really cool feature, and you can click on what notifications you like to do. So I am subscribed in the general questions forum to always get an email if any of you have a question, so I can reply back to it quick. And I also like with announcements, I like them sent to me too, just so I know. But you can, as a student, sign up anytime I'm grading something. If I released it or update it, you could check on that. You can either get it to your text or you can get it to an email, which is really nice. So, and then you can kind of customize them down here. So I think that's a great feature about Brightspace that I really love. So basically, your kind of main things we're going to go in. We've got learning modules. I guess I'll go on that one first, and we'll talk about grades last. So hopefully bear with me for about 2 more minutes here. So when you go into learning modules, it's really similar setup to Blackboard, except I will say the flow is a lot nicer. It's like one click and you're there. You don't have to click on it a bunch of times. But here's a Start Here section. And you can see we've got our syllabus, assignment guidelines, and rubrics. This is huge. You can also bookmark things, which is really cool. Oops. Sorry, you can go back right here. Yeah, you could bookmark it. And then you can get there quicker. So make sure to check out all the rubrics. I'm super flexible too. If anything comes up, just let me know. But with the rubrics, what you see is what you get. There's no surprises for me. I grade straight off the rubric. And if you follow the rubric, you're going to get an A+. So those are kind of just my little tips. And let's go back here. So you're going to want to look over that. And then when you have looked over that, what I also like about Brightspace is it'll let you know how many topics you've kind of looked through, which is kind of nice. And then you can start at module 1 and everything is right there. Really you can go down in order. Click on that, click on the overview. There's our discussion board. We've got our articles right here. And the announcements. I will release, after the first week, I'll release an announcement on Sunday talking about laying out the whole week. I'll release a smaller one on Wednesday and then a wrap-up one on Saturday. I just like that because then you know kind of what's coming, and it'll be able to help plan out your week as well. You can find all the announcements here in order. Rubrics are with them too. So it's really nicely laid out. Now for grades, so it's the last thing I talk about, I promise. For all our papers, we use Turnitin. So any paper, you're going to want to go to assignments. Now, you could go to grades to see your score, but for feedback, you're going to go to assignments. And I don't think anything will really show up here for me. But what you'll do is you can click on the paper. It'll show your grade, but when you click on the paper, you can see my feedback on the paper, and it'll be feedback in the rubric too. So you'll be able to see that. Now for discussion boards, and let's see, I think just the discussion boards. Let's go to grades, yeah. So you can go to grades, and in the grades section, you'll be able to see a little speech bubble will be on the grades here, and then you'll be able to click on my assessment details for the rubric in the discussion board. So that's basically your grades. It's pretty, like I said, I think it flows a lot nicer. We basically only have 2 assignments each week, which is really nice. You have a discussion board every week, and then either a paper, a presentation, or working on your critical task. So I hope that helps. I try to go a little quicker, but let me know if you need anything, and you can email me or call me. So I'm super flexible and available. Thanks so much.